Alright, hey, so it's been a while since I did one of these videos. I'm going to show you guys how I removed a O2 sensor, Bank 1 sensor 1 from a 2015 Chevy Malibu. The sensor sticks out of the exhaust manifold cover, and it's connected down here. So what you got to do, obviously you're going to disconnect the negative battery terminal, and this might be tricky on how to get this off too. What it is it's two clamps. It's one on the side here and then one on the side here. You just stick your hand down there and push in and lift it up, push in and lift up, and this thing come off. Otherwise you can't tell how to get it off. And disconnect the negative battery terminal. Then you got to take off this cover, the engine cover. You might have to remove the oil cap here to actually pull this forward and up to get it out. Then you have to, oh, I'm sorry. There's 3 bolts in this. They are, I think they're T30. They're T30, so they look like this. Little star shaped. And it's 3 of them. And then there's 3 10mm bolts. There's one here on this end and one here on this side. And then there's one up under the sensor, or over here, they're 10 millimeters. And then you'll immediately see the sensor sticking out. I'll tell you why mine is not sticking out in a minute. So what I noticed that when I ordered the sensor online, they said that it fit Bank 1 sensor 1, which is the upstream. This car has 2 sensors. That it just has an upstream and a downstream. And if you look inside here, you'll see over here in the lower left corner a little indent, a little fitting. You got to make sure that the fitting is closer to the edge. On the downstream sensor, that little tab is closer towards the middle. So you need to check to make sure that that fits. If it's not, then they gave you the downstream one. This is the correct one. Again, that little fitting right there is close to the edge instead of in the middle. So the sensor, when you get to the sensor, it'll be sticking out like this. Just a second, I'll show you exactly what you're looking for. So it'll be sticking out like this, and this wire will be over here. And it's actually tricky to get that plug off. You have to remove. My work area is not very attractive. What did I do with that clip? There is a small gray clip. I think I moved it when I was digging around in here. I'll show you. It's actually on the side of the it goes on the side of the sensor here, and it's gray. And what you do is you push it down, and then you have to press in and then pull at the same time, and then that's how you get that off. I wish I could find it so I can actually show you how to do it, but I can't find it now. That's how you get it off. So now to the trick. Once you get this manifold cover off, you have to maneuver it around the sensor and pull it off, and then the sensor will be sticking out. What I did was, because the sensor was bad, I just got some we used to call these dikes, that's probably inappropriate now, so snippers, anything that'll cut wire, and cut the wire towards the base, and that'll just leave you with just the sensor part here. And then what I did was I took a wrench and fit the wrench over the sensor and kept bending it until I snapped off that extended part. This here. So that's why this is bent, because I kept bending it until I snapped it off. And that'll leave you with just this stub. And then what I did was I think this is 1 inch. You can put a socket on there, a 1-inch socket on there, but I don't have a 1-inch socket, so I had to use a crescent wrench. I fit it on there, and then I just yanked up. As you can see, I sprayed some lubricant on it to loosen it up. I used some liquid wrench, but I didn't give it a chance to really penetrate it. I just wanted to see what I was working with, and it actually came up really easy. And so you can fit a socket or a wrench on here after you snap the head off, and then you can pull it out. So now you might have, if yours was stuck on there, this is a 2015, so it's only been, what, 7 years? So this wasn't really on there that tight, but if you're working on an older car or something, or one that you really put through a lot of stress, you might have used one of those tools that are supposed to actually take the O2 sensor out, and that thing actually just does nothing but strip it. So I mean, I don't know who designed it, but it doesn't do anything but make life worse for you. So what you can do is you get yourself a socket like this, a 1-inch socket, and then you get yourself some electrical tape, which this isn't electrical tape, but I'm going to use this to help demonstrate what I'm talking about. So what you do if you've already stripped your sensor out, is you can get yourself some of this, some electrical tape. And then this is how you'll put it on. Come on. There it is. Need a camera operator. Okay. So you'll get yourself a 1-inch socket, and you'll put the tape on like this, going up and down, and then put it on the inside like that. And then you'll get another strip, do the same thing, and it should take you about 3 of them. And then what it'll do is the electrical tape, somehow it allows the socket to grip whatever stripped nut or whatever you have. And this is what I used to get out of my 300M, and I was prepared to do that this time, but I didn't need to. So anyway, yeah, you can get yourself a socket and put some electrical tape on it, the way that I showed you, and it'll fit right around it, and then you'll be able to get it off. So like I said, I cut the wire close to the base, used a wrench to bend and snap off the end of the sensor, leaving just the stub, and that lets you be able to use a socket or a wrench on it to get this off. So I hope that helped. If you have any questions or having any more problems, just leave a comment or something, and then I'll get right back to you. All right, see you guys next time.